Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd. Today we're talking about the Deep Space Nine episode, Second Skin, in which Kira's memories might not be her real memories, or that she might be kidnapped by a group of Cardassians who are trying to cause a certain amount of gaslighting to her to make her think she really is someone else, and therefore will get information out of her. It says something about what the Obsidian Order is and whether it is with or outside of the central government, or if it's all a charade. At the same time, back on the station, where they elicit Garak's help, we don't know if Garak is helping because he is in favor of the folks at Deep Space Nine, or if it serves some other reasoning. And even when it does serve the interest of our Federation friends, is he doing something in a much longer game? At the end of the episode, there is an admonition to never trust Garak, and it comes from a surprising source, and that is certainly something that keeps Garak interesting. I also think this is a very good performance for Nana Visitor, who is excellent in this. She is playing the part thoroughly. You feel her confusion, whether she is really who she thinks she is. She holds on to it stubbornly, but I think some of it is not without a certain amount of doubt, and she is able to portray that very well. And she doesn't trust anybody, even though there were some people that she probably could have trusted, but figures out in time that really the person that she would trust would be in more trouble than her. And that is something that makes this episode a really interesting outing. We know that Kira is going to get away. We know that by some method she is going to be able to realize that she is who she thinks she is, and everything else was kind of an act, and the matter of who was in on it and who wasn't is also of some interest. And Garak's part in it, while he says to Sisko, if it comes between your life and mine, your life is toast, Sisko says, well, that probably is the first true thing I've ever heard you say. So with the idea that truth and lies are kind of fluid throughout Cardassian society, and certainly with Garak, it makes a most interesting episode. And knowing this too in the character of Kira, it is very well performed, of the not agony, but certainly an amount of angst as to whether she is who she thinks she is, and whether her memories are hers or planted by someone else, and what the Cardassians want in all of this, and why they have gone to this elaborate ruse when they could have done it more simply. Sometimes it's just theatrics, but in this case, maybe not. So that's what we know about this episode. It was very well acted, very well performed, had a very good story to it, and while the arc of the Dominion is mentioned very briefly at the beginning of the episode, it stands alone. And that's one of the things that we've seen in the last few weeks on Deep Space Nine, is that many of the episodes we've seen lately are isolating one character and talking about them. Last week it was Dax. Before that, someone else, and so Odo. So we'll get back to the Dominion, but we're in no rush because there are a lot of stories to tell on Deep Space Nine. So please subscribe and like if you will, and leave your comments below. We read all of them and respond to as many as we can. And we, of course, will be doing Star Trek Discovery on Friday. We will have our review of Doctor Who on Monday, and we'll be back next week with one of these as well. So thank you for joining us, and until next time, don't go far.